Hi everyone, Ken from Saturn PCB here. A few years ago I had a used Mercedes E-Class and it had the standard grille with the standard star. It did not have the Distronic, which is what they call their automatic cruise control. And I really wanted to put an illuminated star on it. So I purchased a star and I was speaking with a friend of mine at a dealership, and he said, "Oh, you printed out this instruction manual for how to install the thing," and it was pretty complicated the way Mercedes wanted this thing officially installed. I mean, they were talking about cutting wires underneath uh, the fuse panel and whatnot. So, luckily I found an easier way to do this one by just jumpering off of one of the sensors under the hood that just happened to turn on when the ignition was engaged, and it illuminated the star. It worked fine, but I thought, there's got to be an easier way. So I designed this little circuit here. Uh, and what it does is, under normal conditions, battery conditions, 12 volts, 12, 13 volts, uh, the device stays off, the star stays off. When the alternator kicks in, the battery voltage goes up to 14.5, I think is the max spec, something like that. And it detects that change, and it triggers the relay and turns the star on. So I wanted to show you this. There's the little circuit. Had to make a few little jumpers to it to get it to work exactly how I wanted. But for the most part, it worked pretty well from the first try. These I will explain here in a minute. Right now it's set to 13. I'm going to drop that down to 12, 11.2. Battery voltage. Now when I turn it up, bam, it turns the star on. That's simple. I'm going to turn the lights off in the room to show it better. Now here's the fun part. I'm going to turn the voltage back down, and the star is going to go off. It's just that simple. It's a fancy feed through. Just detects the higher voltage from the alternator and engages the relay and turns the star on. And now it doesn't have to be Mercedes. A lot of vehicles now have illuminated logos on the front, and this can be used for any one of them. So this you can just literally tie to any battery voltage under the hood to turn your star on or your illuminated logo. Now the rest, I started thinking, I'm going to have to replay this here because I want to show the rest off. Now the rest is I have 4 LEDs, 4 resistors. Those are just representations of switches. I've not talked to anyone who owns a newer vehicle that isn't just annoyed by the little button you have to push to turn the auto start stop feature off on your car. It's annoying. So I thought, what if I make a circuit that, again, it detects that battery voltage when the car comes on, that you don't have to wire in some complicated fashion, that when it senses the car is turned on, it closes a switch momentarily, opens it back up, and it simulates that switch or button being pushed. Now, obviously, you would have to wire this in parallel with one of those switches. I put 4 of them on the board just in case there was multiple switches. I know, sometimes like in Fords and whatnot, well, and even in the Mercedes, you can use the one switch to turn the eco feature off. You can use another switch to change from economy to sport mode or something like that. So you can have multiple switches in there. And if we watch this, same thing occurs. It's going to detect the battery voltage. I'm going to show off the little board here again. I'm just repeating the same video. There's the LEDs that are just the representations of the switches being closed. Right now they're normally open. So they're off. We're going to turn the battery voltage up to simulate the alternator being engaged, and boom. Now you see the LEDs, they turn green for just a second because you don't want the switch to be closed continuously. You want it to just simulate a push button. I zoom in here on the LEDs here to get a better view of that in a second here. There you go. Try it one more time. There you go. It's pretty simple. Now, legally, I should tell you that I'm not sure that you should do this. I'm just saying that here's a neat little circuit that allows you to do that functionality if you so desire. Thank you very much.